Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released emails provided by Epstein's estate Wednesday, hours before Adelita Grijalva, Democrat of Arizona, was finally sworn in after 7 weeks of stonewalling from Speaker Mike Johnson. Grijalva became the final signature needed on a petition to force a House vote on the release of the federal government's files into Epstein. The House is expected to vote on the legislation this upcoming week. However, it will also need to be approved by the Senate and signed into law by Trump before the files could be released. The White House has blasted the release of the new emails, part of the Epstein, quote, hoax, but they're the latest documentation of a connection between the two men that stretches back decades. Here's a timeline of that connection up until their 2004 falling out. 1980s. Trump and Epstein met around the time Trump bought Mar-a-Lago in 1985, when Epstein was also living in Palm Beach. According to Trump, who told New York Magazine in 2002 he had known Epstein for, quote, 15 years, calling him a, quote, terrific guy, and adding, quote, it is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. 1992. Trump and Epstein were spotted laughing together at a party Trump threw at Mar-a-Lago, according to NBC footage of the event unearthed in 2019. 1992. At a so-called calendar girl party at Mar-a-Lago, where Trump invited just two other guests, Florida businessmen George Horaney and Epstein, Horaney's girlfriend at the time, Jill Harth, said Trump forcibly kissed and fondled her and restrained her from leaving a bedroom. Harth also said Trump crawled into bed with another 22-year-old woman at the party. According to a 1997 lawsuit, Trump settled with Harth while denying her allegations, the New York Times reported. 1993. Trump flew on Epstein's private jets 4 times in 1993, according to flight logs made public during Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, the New York Times reported. 1993. Photos released by CNN showed Epstein attended Trump's 1993 wedding to Marla Maples, his second wife, at the Plaza Hotel in New York. A few months before the wedding, another photo published by CNN showed Epstein and Trump together at the opening of the Harley-Davidson Cafe in New York. 1993. Trump groped model Stacey Williams when Epstein brought her to Trump Tower, she alleged in a 2024 interview with the New York Times. 1994. Trump flew on one of Epstein's private jets, according to flight logs. 1995. Epstein reportedly called Maria Farmer, who has accused Epstein and Maxwell of sexual assault, to his New York office late at night, where Trump then arrived and, quote, started to hover over Farmer, who was in her mid-20s at the time, and, quote, stared at her bare legs, before Epstein said, quote, no, she's not here for you. This is what Farmer told the FBI, according to the New York Times. 1995. Trump took another flight on an Epstein jet, the flight logs say. 1997. Trump signed a note to Epstein in his book, Trump, The Art of the Comeback, that said, quote, to Jeff, you are the greatest, according to the New York Times. 1997. Trump took a 7th flight on one of Epstein's jets. 1997. Trump and Epstein were photographed standing near each other at a Victoria's Secret Angels party, according to a Getty image of Trump posing with model Ingrid Seinhave that shows Epstein in the background. 1999. A video released by CNN showed Trump and Epstein laughing and chatting with each other at another Victoria's Secret event. 2000. Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre was working at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort when she was recruited by Maxwell to work as Epstein's personal masseuse and was groomed by Epstein and Maxwell to provide sexual services for Epstein and his wealthy circle, according to a deposition Giuffre gave that was made public in 2019. 2003. Trump allegedly gave Epstein a birthday card that said, quote, may every day be another wonderful secret, according to a July 2025 Wall Street Journal report. The president denied the report and sued the paper over it. The New York Times later reported Trump was on the list of contributors for the book of birthday cards that the letter allegedly appeared in. For full coverage and to see the full timeline, including after they had their falling out, check out Sarah Dorn's piece on Forbes.com.
trafficking and the abuse, resulting in a conviction. But after a special interview with the Deputy Attorney General of the United States, she was moved to a minimum security holding facility with special treatment as well, and is now allegedly seeking clemency from President Donald Trump. Obviously, logically, Donald Trump is next. Pretty sure everyone already knows who he is. But his wife, Melania, is also a kind of important figure because she's currently embroiled in a potential lawsuit with an author named Michael Wolff after threatening him with a $1 billion defamation suit in an effort to force retractions on some of the claims that he made about her and Jeffrey Epstein. Michael Wolff, as we just said, an author who wrote extensively about Epstein and conducted a number of interviews with him, supposedly something like 100 hours of footage, is a journalist and author closely connected to the Epstein story, who has not only made explosive claims about things he allegedly saw, but also embedded himself in the controversy by targeting President Trump repeatedly. Moving on, we have Landon Thomas Jr., a New York Times journalist who is also relevant to the situation highly. But I also think it's worth mentioning that from 1994 to 1998, Landon Thomas was an asset manager at Morgan Stanley. He's not just a journalist, he's also a finance guy. Next up is Steve Bannon, former chief strategist at the White House during the first 7 months of Trump's 2016 presidency, which is very important. Then we have Catherine Rumler, former White House counsel to Barack Obama, 2011 to 2014, and Larry Summers, former Secretary of the Treasury, Director of the Economic Council, and close personal friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Still not done. There's Bill Clinton, former president, Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, and then Linda Stone, who is a former Apple and Microsoft executive who reportedly idolized Epstein. Her name comes up in the emails as well. Almost done. Last three names. Tom Barak or Barrick, not sure how to pronounce that, private equity and real estate guy who's done extensive fundraising for President Trump, also serving as the senior advisor on the 2016 Trump presidential campaign, chairman of his inaugural committee, and now current United States ambassador to Turkey. There's Vitaly Churkin, former Russian ambassador to the United States. And lastly, Thorbjorn Jagland, former prime minister of Norway, secretary general of the Council of Europe. There's a few more names here and there, but those are the ones
Yo, my brother SAFEE.
Understand, because the 20
yes,
damaging emails specifically refer to, come from, or are exchanged with.
Yo, Sav, why you keep jumping in and out, bro? Just send the thing again. I'm gonna add you. We ready to get busy.
1,000 emails have been
just send it. Send it. I'm waiting. We on it. Jeffrey Epstein topic. I'm ready to introduce myself. Let's go, baby.
They're all over.
My man SAFEE from North in here. Get on, Saf.
By the internet at large. Thankfully, there is a searchable database that was put together by Courier, which I'll link down below for anyone interested. So the process of finding and sorting out relevant versus irrelevant emails becomes much, much easier. And after doing precisely that, these are the top 21 things.
Yo, if you know me, man. Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is RDP, aka Raw Dope Podcast Vlog, and I'm your host, Ham 5000. And I like to say in the morning, I say good morning, but good evening. What's happening? All you haters, get at me, cause I feel ya. Now it's a little bit of T.I. Hey man, my man SAFEE supposed to be here. Okay, Saf just got in here. SAFEE just got in here. Did I let him in? There you go, my brother SAFEE in here, man. Listen, man, y'all back in the building, y'all tapped in. I got Newark, New Jersey in the building. I got Newark, New Jersey in the building. You gotta turn whatever's in the background down, Saf.
Hey, yo, hold on. I'm gonna turn it down.
Yeah. You ready to get me copyrighted?
Yeah, I was listening to that mob.
Yeah, man. We talking about this guy. We will get into the 2025 police shootings later on down the line. But this is my brother right here, childhood friend right here, SAFEE. I call him SAFEE Loke. I call him Saf. We call him Saf, or we call him SAFEE. He the Loke, man. Brother changed his life, became a plumber, man, and he been wanting to get on while Laker my salam, rahmatullah. This brother been wanting to get on the podcast with me for a minute and just chop it up. So I said, hey, listen, it's Monday night. I'm not watching football. I want to talk about this Jeffrey Epstein guy, and I also want to talk about the since January of 2025 till now, November, the 17th or 18th, whatever day this is, 2025, the police shootings. It's been a lot of police shootings over the years. It's been a lot of police shootings in 2025. Yeah. Hell, one just happened in New York. One just happened in... They're everywhere. So we're going to get into that. But this Jeffrey Epstein guy, He's
Right,
dead.
right, right.
He's dead. He killed himself a while back. His associates, his assistants asking for clemency. The president name is all in this. So I'm gonna get into a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of stuff of what people talking about just to hip. Now, what they accusing this guy Epstein of, man, he's a dirty dog. If that's what, you know, some of the stuff that he's accusing of, he deserves to be where he's at. I'm gonna be honest with you. He deserved to be where he's at. And you know, and I'm quite sure he's getting this just due in beneath the hellfire. You get what I'm saying? Allah forgives, I don't. But for the stuff that he was convicted of and accused of was out of order. For us men to have daughters, for anybody to have children, he was out of order, and they were too rich to be doing that. They were too rich to be doing that, man. They could have paid for anything they wanted, but they wanted to get what they couldn't have, and you know they paying for it. But now they're trying to get the president all caught up in this stuff. I've been hearing them. Let me say this to the people that's looking. Just because you got a homeboy and he the wild stuff, that don't mean it's you. But they trying to find some way in his emails to connect the president. I don't know. I never seen a U.S. president be charged and convicted. Well, Donald Trump has been charged and convicted, didn't do a day of jail, a day of probation. I don't know. I guess he just got some diplomat immunity. This guy, Jeffrey Epstein, I'm not a fan of him. I'm not really a fan of a lot of those Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know the history of the Caucasians. I don't know that history. I'm just sorry. I'm not just, I cover the culture. You get what I'm saying? You know, I know certain things, but I don't know the history of the I didn't hear of Jeffrey Epstein until, you know, these all these allegations and the stuff that he got convicted of. I never knew the guy, never gave two fucks about the guy. He doesn't count in the ghetto. He doesn't count in the urban community. He doesn't count in our black cities. But this is a Hollywood guy, made a lot of money, film producer, did a lot of dirty shit, and now he's paying for it, bro. He's paying for it. Every time you go outside and piss on the ground, he's drinking it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I don't usually get into stuff like this, but you know, he's been tried and convicted. He's a dirty dog. So we're gonna just get into the stuff. So I just want to get into a few things that appeared all the ways. Get into some ABC news, get into some news blog, get into some different stuff about this.
Aware of Jeffrey Epstein, Trump tight-lipped, refusing to answer questions about why he won't release the Epstein files. Mr. President, why won't you order the FBI to release the Epstein files? The newly released messages, part of thousands of documents from the Epstein estate.
Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. We content creating today. Shout out to my brother from Newark, New Jersey. Tap in with me, Newark, my second home. Let's get it.
And was willing to share.
Never.
Quote, asked my houseman about Donald almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool. And he was so focused, he walked straight into the door. Epstein then posing the question, would you like photos of Donald and girls in bikinis in my kitchen? In one 2018 text exchange, the context of which is unclear,
wow.
Epstein wrote to an unidentified person about Trump, I am the one aiming to take him down. Trump and Epstein were friends for more than a decade.
Yes. Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Boy said I plead the fifth. I seen this.
To that question, at least today,
Right.
after we serve my fifth, sixth, and 14th Amendment right to serve.
After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said he hadn't spoken to him in 15 years. He insists he broke off his friendship when he learned
That boy brought to death. Yeah, that's a fact.
Luring away young female staffers who worked at Mar-a-Lago.
He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place, persona non grata. I threw him out, and that was it.
The White House insists he did nothing wrong.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
But Democrats aren't convinced.
I think the emails that were released today, again, just raised so many more questions.
And now 218 lawmakers, including 4 Republicans, have signed a petition forcing the House to vote to release the full files.
True.
The final signature coming from Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva, sworn in just Wednesday after a 7-week delay.
The timing of the 23,000 emails that were also
23,000. Let me say this.
Right around
23,000 emails. Donald Trump
Yes,
is a dog motherfucker. Let me say this.
I ain't
Let me
gonna
tell you
lie
this.
to you.
Let me say
Yes.
this. Donald Trump is a dog motherfucker in the business world.
Man, he
the way
from New
I was-
York, man.
He's a
from
dog
New York.
motherfucker. But I'm gonna tell you this. Oh, South. I'm gonna tell you this. He's a dog motherfucker. True indeed. Donald is. But just in his slight defense, like that person said, I don't see in the beginning of these emails, I don't see nothing he did wrong. You know what I mean? Now, if it's something going to, dealing with, kids under the age of 18 is something wrong. But I remember this tape that came out a long time ago. It was called College Girls Gone Wild. I know grandfathers, uncles, and great grandfathers liked this. It was 1999. It was publicized. It was on. It came on after 12 o'clock at night. It was publicized. The 1990 Girls Gone Wild. And then it's the Playboy joint. So when I see these, especially in the Caucasian world, older 50-year-old Caucasian men marry 18, 19-year-old women. That's just been how it's going. You know what I'm saying? Them old Caucasian men gets to dealing with them young girls. It was legal to them. Hugh Hefner did it. We all Playboy fans, but if you want to say that somebody got that P charge, that's Hugh Hefner,
that's
man.
right.
Hugh Hefner was grabbing 18. Hugh Hefner was 70 years old with 18, 19-year-old wives. But you bothering, Kevin Gates and you bothering dudes of the culture for this. So I'm not even going to say if the president was 35 years old and he was in, Jeffrey Epstein party and he was, trying to see what's up with some 21, 22-year-olds. Me personally, is not my cup of tea at my age, but, that's what they do in their life. That's what they do in their life, man. Older Caucasian men been dating somebody granddaughter and somebody daughter, bro. I think that's if a 20-year-old young girl, Caucasian bikini model, marry a 50-year-old billionaire, she's not frowned upon. That's what I want to in the Caucasian world. She's not frowned upon if she dates an older man because he's rich. White girls been doing that forever, right? But let's see what these presidents got to say. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. We got 30 people in the chat. Let's get busy.
But don't talk about it too much because honestly,
It's hot as motherfucker in my basement.
It's really a Democrat problem.
Yo, it is
the
definitely.
Democrats were Epstein's friends. All of them.
Yo, Yo said the Democrats was Epstein. Yo, Donald Trump out the chain. Yo said the Democrats were
he said the Democrats.
Why is the Democrats Epstein friends?
Man, you already know the motherfuckers eat together. You know how they do.
Yeah, I know.
Republican support for the House vote to release the file. Sources tell NBC News that vote could be as soon as tomorrow. Democrats, meanwhile, trying to frame themselves as rising above politics. Congressman Ro Khanna, one of the co-sponsors of the resolution to release the files, telling Meet the Press this is
I want to see the files.
Also sharply rebuking him.
If you gave me a choice,
I'd
rather the president reverse course. I'd rather he release all these files. Someone was saying that his numbers would go up. I don't care if he gets the political win. It's not about Donald Trump. I don't even know how involved Trump was. There are a lot of other people who are involved who have to be held accountable. You know why Trump is losing his MAGA base on this? The reason he's losing it is he ran saying there's a corrupt governing elite that has shafted you. That this is the Epstein class was the forgotten Americans, and I'm going to stand up for forgotten Americans. He's forgotten those forgotten Americans.
For months, the president has publicly feuded with members of his own party, including
former
close allies over Epstein.
Yeah.
The president this weekend rescinding his support of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and calling her, quote, a lunatic and a traitor. Redoubled her criticism of the White House for not releasing the files. Greene reacted to the president's attacks yesterday.
Yeah.
The most hurtful thing he said, which is absolutely untrue, is he called me a traitor. And that is so extremely wrong. And those are the types of words used that can radicalize people against me and put my life in danger.
What do you you a goddamn lie.
What do you think is the reason
Come on with that bullshit, man.
Oh no, this is a lady. No, this is a congressman.
Unfortunately, it has all
I
come
know,
down to the
Yeah.
Epstein files, and
that
that
you
is
The
eat.
Epstein files is a big thing, bro.
The
I
president has
know,
not been
but
charged
at
with
the
any
still at the
criminal
end of the
activity
day, they've
linked to
been
this
doing it.
Epstein
It
and
ain't nothing
denied any
about us that we
wrongdoing.
can do.
While much of the conversation around the release of the Epstein files from
Man,
lawmakers and the president has
regardless of what
focused on
it is, like
potential
yo, you
political
decided to dress up in
ramifications
a
of the
woman's suit.
release.
That was
The
you.
survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine
God gave you
Maxwell
free
are also
will. If you
speaking
want
out
to
and
do that,
sharing
that's what
their
you
own
did.
message.
So
My
it's
colleague
nothing
Hallie
to.
Jackson spoke to two of those survivors ahead of tomorrow's expected vote.
Come on,
Please
Ham. You
remember
already
that
know
these are crimes that were
how we feel
committed
about that,
against
though.
real humans, real individuals. This is not a
Hey, yo, let me tell you this.
this
I don't agree with none of that holding women hostage, dealing with underage women, or doing none of the baiting stuff and hurting women. I don't
Right?
believe in none of that. So if them boys was into that, they deserve everything they gonna get. You
Yes,
know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? So
You
I
got free
never, I don't
will.
stand on none of that. Messing with no kids, you know what I mean? 18 and over, 21 and over. This is what you want to get into. It's stuff to happen. But any of them children that's under 18, I'm highly against that. It don't matter if it was a Chinese man, a Korean man, a black man, a Asian man, a Arabic man, a white man, a green man, a yellow man. It's wrong when you violate women and children. It's out of order. You get what I'm saying? So I hold no, everybody is held on the same level. If you caught up in that and you're found guilty and they find that truth, it's ignorant, it's nasty, and in some countries,
Pete
they
Ham.
end your life for it. You get what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
end your
they
life.
do.
Jeffrey Epstein got what he deserved because a jury, 12 jurors of his peers, found him guilty of that stuff, and he was sent to prison for a very long time, and he got what he deserved. Now they saying if Jeffrey Epstein got what he deserved, it's more crazy, ignorant, negative people out here that hold high positions that was dealing with him. That's why these emails are so important. That's why the world and the Congress and the White House is going crazy because they saying whoever else outside of the president that was involved in these Epstein joints are going to prison in a due time. There's no statute of limitation on this. It's no statute of limitation on this. So it's a serious situation. And guess what? If you were involved in that and you get found guilty of 12 jurors of your period, you deserve it, bro. That's when you deal with women, children, and the elderly, bro. It's no love for you. It's no love for you. And if they all guilty, what's in the dark comes to the light. So if you violated these women and at the time children, you gonna get it because they got Jeffrey. They got them emails and all the hidden tapes and everything. And for that other assistant to get out of
But let me
jail,
tell you like this. Let me tell you
uh-huh,
like this, beloved. You already know that a law permits people that trying to be. You got free will. You got free will.
right,
Period. If you want to do that to certain people,
right.
yes, of course, you're gonna face. You're gonna face the devil. The devil is gonna
Yeah.
come at you. Shaitan is gonna come at you. Yo,
No,
your best
no, that's the
friends,
work of
everything.
Shaitan. That's the work of the
Yes,
devil because you can't
but you
have.
got free
I don't
will.
care. Let me say something. I don't care if you Christian, Muslim, Catholic, Hindu,
Everybody is
Voodoo, or
Muslim. Yeah,
whatever.
no.
Any person that hurts children, women, and
Mhm.
the elderly, and is found guilty and find that to be a proven fact, deserves the most harshest treatment in the world. They do, and then
Yeah,
for the people that hide
you
behind
deserve to be
money,
castrated. You deserve to be castrated. You deserve to get popped up inside your fucking head and everything. But at the same time, it's like how many people that really love their own melanin when they look up inside the mirror. When you look up inside the mirror, you see yourself and you see the reflection of your people, whether sister, brother, Spanish, brown, whatever it is, it doesn't make no sense.
it doesn't
Yes.
make no sense. So I don't care what creed, shape, beside you
Yeah.
is, or what nationality. You don't deserve. Women, children, and the
Yeah.
elderly don't deserve
Yeah.
to be violated, robbed,
Come on, man.
betrayed by
You
nobody.
you
By
the only
nobody.
one. You the only one that I can say, and you know your stipulations and the things that you went through. You was the
I
only
don't know what.
one.
Uh,
You was the only one that came up, bent over, stood up, and kept doing your stuff. You don't care nothing about nobody else's politics. You worry
No, I
about
don't.
people
I
who
don't.
love
But
you.
this Epstein thing is the
That's
reason why I'm
crazy.
on top of this. The
That's
reason why I'm on
crazy.
top of this. The reason why when they letting these emails, I want to thumb through these emails is because one thing about media in the world, I understand it's always got my people on there. My people is the Caribbean people. My people is
Yeah, we from there.
the people of
Guan.
color here. My people is the people of color here on the shores of North America, bro. Right. So
Right.
I say that if it
Yo,
was
let's get
Diddy,
them lights
see
up.
it,
What you said?
yo, you see how Diddy, you know what I mean? You see how Diddy, Fast Car just got you eliminated. Fast Car just
Right.
got you eliminated, bro.
Yeah,
But
but you know, man, you know
no,
what?
hold up, Safi. The way they
Yeah.
crucify us, you know,
Yeah. Right.
particularly
Right.
the man of color here on the shores. We seen that with Puff. We seen that with Puff. Puff ain't do half of the shit Epstein did. Like for real, Puff was really partying with drugs, and it was just a
Yeah,
big, it was
but
just a
Puff
big
was a
orgy
nasty
party.
man.
Yeah, Puff, he's a nasty guy. Puff's a nasty
He's a
guy.
nasty
We
guy.
agree with that.
He's a nasty
But
guy. Yeah.
Puff wasn't playing with those
But be
children.
the one.
Puff
No,
was playing with people of age. Puff was playing with adults, partying, using drugs, and hallucinating, bro. Epstein was cold, man. He was
yo,
cold. They
whatever
said he had
happened,
no,
yo,
bro. They said you go
whatever
in his
happened.
house with his party. He had little 12, 11-year-old girls, man, with dresses on, standing around like doll babies, bro. That boy was a psychopath, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That boy was a psychopath, bro. He was the worst person that ever done it.
Yo, the universe
Jeffrey
is
Epstein was the worst person that ever done it.
that's why the universe is always gonna bless you at one point in time. You're gonna have to face your demise, bro. That's it. Point blank period. You
Right?
really think that whatever you believe in, Jesus, Jehovah, or whatever that you believe in, you have free will. We're going back again. You did the dumb shit, and yes, of course, now you're not here. Your vessel is gone. You're gone.
Oh, let's listen
Y'all
to this
here.
news clip.
Blam.
Please, y'all. Hold up. Please, y'all, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a
Yo, what's up
comment.
to the family?
Yo, what's up to the family? Listen,
What's up
man,
to
we
the
talking about
family?
Jeffrey Epstein and the police shootings of 2025. It's an open topic. I got my brother here from Newark, New
Yeah,
Jersey. We're gonna tell y'all a little bit later in the show,
in
around the 10 o'clock
20
hour,
something
how we met.
years.
How we
20
met.
something years.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Two young
Yes,
guys,
sir.
man. Two young
Yeah,
guys
20,
from the
20
streets that
years,
linked
man.
up in the streets from two different states, and we had a strong brotherhood. You get what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man, I'll tell you like this: the people that's there, you gotta understand. My man Ham, that guy, loyal. He on that Tony Yayo. I ain't gonna lie to you. Words
No
bond.
50 Cent though.
Yeah, no 50 Cent though.
Tony Yayo loyalty, no 50 though.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
up, let's
no
listen to
50.
this clip.
Or next week's vote to release the Epstein files.
I can't wait.
What if 4 Republicans who joined Democrats to sign a petition that forces the House to vote to demand the release of the full files on the convicted sex offender?
Oh shit.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. It's this guy right here, man, Lucille. The reason you should stay here is because I'm a black man from Baltimore. I got my own content and I'm not crucifying our culture. I'm not crucifying no culture. I'm giving my open opinion about what's on the TV screen, and the Epstein's files and police shootings is a big thing. I usually talk about hip hop, entertainment, sports, a bunch of stuff. But tonight, on this Monday night, on this chilly night in Baltimore, I decided to talk about the Epstein's files and the police shootings that's been going on in the ghettos out of America, in the ghettos in America. It's taking place in the places where we come from. The poor white trash, black people, Hispanics. It's not just happening to one culture. It's happening to the disadvantaged minorities here on the shore of North America. If you interested in what I'm talking about, stay here. If you're not, y'all can drop them 70 people off. And me and my brother, we gonna talk into the end of it because we appreciate what we talking about. And if you don't like it, man, it's 1,000,000+ channels you can go lock into.
Yo, they
Don't get
can
to
kick
playing with
rocks
us.
barefooted. They can kick
You know what I
rocks
mean?
barefooted.
I ain't playing, bro. And if you like what you see, man, donate to the channel, bro. Y'all got the
Yo, I
Whoopi
really do.
Goldberg jokes. Y'all got all that jokes. I'm not feeding into the negativity tonight. I'm just not feeding. I'm trying to hit 100
Who
on the
said that,
stream.
really?
I'm not feeding into no ignorant stuff tonight. And then listen, at 11 o'clock, I deal with you trolls. But just right now, we talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Just like they was talking about Diddy. Just like all these platforms was crucifying that brother. And he got charged with the Mann Act. And he's sitting in prison. Jeffrey Epstein ended up dead in prison.
Hey,
I think
hey,
he
let
killed
me tell you
himself.
something, cuz.
I
Let me
think, no,
tell you
hold up.
something. Not to
Jeffrey
yeah,
couldn't be a man. You know, y'all laughing and y'all showed the pictures of Diddy in the yard with the orange hat on, but he was being a man. He was being, no, hold up, bro. Don't laugh, bro. Don't laugh because he was being, but Diddy being a man. Diddy got convicted, got sentenced, and got 50 months and sent to prison. That coward, just like Jeffrey Dahmer, that cowards, they hang themselves or they die in prison. But Diddy being a man, because you know why? You put the black man up against anything, he stand on 2 feet. But when y'all got these rich motherfuckers out there doing all this shit, release them goddamn Jeffrey Epstein files so y'all can know what he did. And what he did was wrong. So if you don't want to stay here for that, beat it. But if you ain't here, please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, or donate to my channel, the Cash App right there. 107 people in the chat right now. We running it up.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
This only goes to the end of January.
Let's talk about it, man. Now we talking about Jeffrey Epstein. I'm dedicating the next 72 hours to Jeffrey Epstein because that's what they do to my people. And I'm dedicating tonight to these police shootings in Jeffrey Epstein. Let's go. I'm covering it. So if you like what you like, hey, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, get to know me.
And we'll bring it to you for a no pressure test drive. You can even buy your car from home. No need to visit dealership. If you have any questions, we'd love to chat with you.
Hate that, bro. Support my channel, bro.
Okay.
Oh, go hold up, SAFEE. Hold up, SAFEE. We hit 107, but it'll go back up to 100. But listen, why y'all can't support my channel? Because I ain't on here igging the Max B and Jim Jones beef. I'm not igging that on. Why y'all don't want to buck with the channel? Because I'm not talking about killing. I'm not talking about ignorant stuff. Nah, man, we talking about Jeffrey Epstein. For those that don't cut on world news, global news, any type of news, that's what they're talking about. These files being released because a lot of dirty old men gonna get exposed. A lot of dirty old women gonna get exposed. You know what I mean? And that dirty old man, Jeffrey Epstein, hung himself. Do the Jeffrey. That's the new dance. Do the Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I mean?
Hey.
That's how I feel.
I can't
The
really
infamous
say
Jeffrey
about
Epstein
that.
file.
Here we go. Listen, SAFEE.
Republicans to vote to just release to the public. The president on social media last night said House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide, and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax. Close quote. He also went on to say the House Oversight Committee can have whatever they are legally entitled to.
Get this chat up to 200.
Sources tell CBS News House GOP leaders plan to hold a vote on that very matter that would force the Justice Department to release the Epstein documents in full. That apparently could happen as soon as tomorrow. All of this is playing out after the House Oversight Committee made headlines last week by releasing more than 20,000 pages of documents from Epstein's estate last week, some of them mentioning Donald Trump. Now, that prompted the president to call for prominent Democrats to be investigated. So there was a moment we want to show you. A reporter asked the president if that move to investigate Democrats was a smokescreen. Here's his response.
What?
Oh, somebody in the comments. Hey, I'm gonna take before we get back to that. Hey, if you want me to read your comment, like the video or share. I'm just gonna look at it. Don't read the comments out loud, man. It's 132 people in here, man. We can't get 30 likes. We ain't playing like that. Okay. You said I'm gonna read this one because this one is an educate. Take the skin color out and make my point. All right, let me build on this because I like to build. In this world that we live in, the shores of North America, the 50 states of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, it is a minority of people that's been disadvantaged since this place was created, right? This place was created off of roads and railroads. Then it came to the great men of color who created airplanes that were stole from them. The men of color who created the stoplight so cars won't be running rapidly, right? The man of color has been disrespected, has been carried, has been belittled, right? And the people that got assistance here on the shores of North America off of the man and woman of color, blood, sweat, and tears. The Spanish came over here, the Arabs came over here, the Asians came over here, and they have their way. They have their way. And guess what? The people of color when a Caucasian man open up in the store, the people of color walking with open arms. See, the difference is if a Hispanic, Asian, a Caucasian, Jewish, any other culture move into the urban community, they giving open arms. They're called nicknames. Chinese yo, my man White Mike, my man Arabian yo. They're called that. But when we move into other neighborhoods, that we're the only people. I have cousins that moved to Boulder, Colorado, and my cousin, she's of the dark skin tone. She went through hell. She didn't get accepted like people of different cultures get accepted in our community. You know why? Because people of color, we're not evil. We're not evil. We're put into the
Yeah.
worst environments and make the best out of it. They build projects on top of projects that's infested with rats, and we turn them into homes. They gave us pig guts and pig intestines, and we turn it into soul food. You know what I'm saying? They say the color man couldn't play in the baseball league. Jackie Robinson knocked the ball out the park. They say we couldn't play basketball. Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. They say we couldn't do this. Michael Jackson, the greatest. They even stole Lenny Kravitz, the guitar. Everything we do, we're great. And guess what? We're treated like the stuff that you walk on when you step out your door. You know, so don't ever hit me on the channel and say take the color out the equation, because the way the United States work, it's all about color. And it's two colors that count: the light melon skin and green. Anything under that is uncivilized. Believe that. Anything other than that, uncivilized. Talk to me.
See, that's one
And
thing, man.
listen
I
to this.
always tell.
I don't identify myself as an African. I identify myself as a man of color here on the shores of North America because I never been to Africa. And the sad
Yeah,
part
man,
about
go ahead,
Africa,
brother.
they hate us more than the Caucasians hate us. Because we
Yes,
were
they
here,
do.
we were took in, and the bloodline lasted so long that
We
we
don't look like the
born and raised
motherfuckers.
here.
We
They
don't look
hate
like
us.
big ass foreheads.
So where do the man of color,
We don't.
man of color, woman or
Melanin?
man
Yes.
go at? Without being, if we go back to Africa, they hate us. They say we Americans. You know what I mean? We can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? And then the whole world is not like that. It's some countries that don't even understand color. I met people from out the country that say, man, the racism, I never heard of that until I got to the United States.
That's what love.
I would get you out of here, Mike, because I just said that. I would get you out of here. You know what I mean? Use on time. I don't want no
That's Mike.
negative boys in here. Mike gone. Mike gone. You know
Okay,
what I
Rock.
mean? Y'all little niggas get away. Because if anything that I said untrue, man, get off my channel. Ain't no 161 people sitting here in line. But y'all don't have content creators that speak like this. You know what I mean? I don't hate nobody. I believe service to humanity is the best work of life. I have no hatred in my heart, but come on, man. We know who getting carried and who ain't getting carried. We know who getting treated fair and who getting untreated fair. And guess what? Our people still
Guan.
don't make no excuses. Our
Everything
people
gonna wind
still
up
get up and go to
correctly.
work in the morning. Our people still surviving and not complaining. When a recession was going on, you heard everybody hanging themselves and going off the meat racket. Not us. Cause we still had the same jobs that we've been had. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. Talk to me. And I don't want to get off of topic, so we want to get back to that, man. This is my brother SAFEE right here, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. Just to put y'all
Know
up
her.
real quick on how I met this brother. My family, you know, is originally from, you know, different places, but you know, they migrated from the South to Baltimore. Then I had an uncle that moved to New Jersey,
Talk your shit.
became a cop. You know, my aunt and them moved up there. So I in 2004, I was gunned down in the Baltimore streets. I lost a childhood friend, and I was healing. I was so messed up from getting shot that I couldn't function correctly in Baltimore. So
Talk your shit.
I took a trip. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, where we got family at? So I could have went to North Carolina. I could have went to California. I could have went to Arkansas or New Jersey. And I picked New Jersey. And when I picked New Jersey, I only picked New Jersey because I was on probation. And I said, if I'm on probation, I need to be somewhere. If my PO called me, I could get there that day or the next day. And I came across him. My aunt had been living in this projects for 40 years before I even ever
Talk
stepped
that
foot
shit.
in that
Talk that
project. So
shit. Let them let the people know.
created friendships. You know what I mean? She created true friendships with a lot of women. Miss Gail, SAFEE
Yeah,
they
yeah,
knew SAFEE grandmother. You know, she lived in
yeah.
the building. So when I moved up there, it was like, you know, my family had been in this project. It's called Higher Court. If you coming off the highway, get off on Raymond Boulevard. Higher Court is the projects off the highway. Chevelle and Higher Court is the projects off the highway coming into Newark, New Jersey. If you go right, you're going to Chevelle. If you go left, you're going to Hyatt.
Yo,
You know
you
what I
going to
mean?
hide?
That's how I always knew. Get off on Raymond Boulevard. Hyatt to the left, Chevelle's to the right. And I was always going to the left like the Lokes.
Yes, yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean? So
Yes,
we
sir.
was going to the
Love
left like
both
the Lokes.
colors.
And listen, I'm making short and sweet.
Straight blue and grape. You know what I mean?
I met 4 guys. I met 4 guys up there. One of them name was Tattoo Loke. One of them name was SAFEE Loke, and they were blood cousins. One guy name was Quadir. We called him Quad. Another guy name was Little Rob.
Hey,
They
fuck
just
with that
became
move.
my good friends, man. They just Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Newark, man. The bricks, man. And man, they showed me so much love and loyalty and respect. And the brotherhood was just crazy. I brought them niggas to Baltimore, Tat and Quad, like, and we just never lost contact, man. I caught 14 years sentence. I did time, man, and my brothers and me been there. I remember one time Ty had to call me, come all the way from Baltimore to North to get him to take him up by Buffalo. That's the type of brotherhood we got. And man, this has been my friend, man. I'm talking about, I think it was my 24th birthday. We celebrate together, like his 22nd birthday. We all born around the same time. We all Aries. It's like we all end up March and you know, beginning of April. And it's my brother right here, man. And it's funny because he's Puerto Rican, Mexican, and black. He all types of shit. Him and his family, they all types of shit. But that's you know that's my dogs. You know, I love them to
Yeah.
death.
Nah, but let me give you let me toot the horn up on this one. Yo, love you because when I seen
Love you
you
too, brother.
and knowing and you know, when I got the chance to see you, I didn't even know that you was all hit up. You was just like laying down up in that bed. We'll hit the whistle.
You'll say I don't got black
Came
circles
around
around
the
my
corner,
eyes,
saw,
bro.
and it's like, yo, you ain't
Hold up, bro. Nigga said I don't got no black bugs around my eyes. You gotta look at my eyes. Boy, I ain't got no black bags, boy.
well, who the
I
fuck
ain't
said
you.
that?
Some cool.
Hey, come on, man. Some cornball ass
My
nigga,
teeth
man.
not
Fuck
space
him.
fall apart. It's a gap.
Nah.
It's a gap.
Ham,
My teeth.
Ham, Ham was a dude that me and him build a relationship that changed everything. Because I know you probably seen in his previous messages we said, "Yo, Safi, that's me." He was a dumb motherfucker. Yes, I was. Yes, exactly, I was. But
Yeah.
when I met Ham, Ham was that motherfucking dude that was like, "Yo, he man." Listen, I never met a man in my life that was bent over, but when he fucked with us, and we know that we had love for him, he started standing up. We was at the bar, chilling, doing everything. And he used to always say, "Man, don't put me in situation. Yo, I got hit multiple times.
Right.
Yo, but you used to have to sit there. This what you call love. See, that's what a lot of motherfuckers don't have is motherfucking love. Excuse my language for saying this. But yo, man, listen, motherfucker had to really actually rub his motherfucking stomach to make sure the homie is good. Putting medication and all kind of shit up on it. But see, that's what's wrong
True
with
story.
motherfuckers today. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's what's
forgot
wrong with
about
them
that.
today.
I'm happy to mention that to you. That I'm glad you said that because I was healing. You know, I got shot 5 times, and you know, 3 times in my stomach. So you know, if you ever been shot before, right here, too, the joint almost took my arm off. So
Yeah,
these was open
I was right
wounds,
there.
and I had to
Yep.
change the
I
gauze
used to.
every day.
Yeah,
I had to
and I was
change the
right there.
gauze. Yeah, I
I
had to
was right
change the
there.
gauze. So I used to ask dudes to help me change my bandages and
Nobody was. It
dudes to
was
help me
me.
change my bandages. That's true story. But let's get back into this Epstein thing. That's a true story. That's why I always say Baltimore, my stepping stone. Newark, New Jersey is my second home, and Denver, Colorado is my third home. True story. I can't lie to you. If I could tell you places that I know that I could always go, I know if I get up in them Jersey streets, I got some type of family and friends there that I can get to. If I know if I go out Denver, I got family and friends I get to. You know what I'm saying? If I know I go anywhere down the Carolinas, I'm good. I got family, definitely family and friends I can get to. Even California. You know what I'm saying? I got family in California.
But yeah, we out there.
Hold up, man. This is my uncle. Shake don't hit me unless it's late. That's my uncle.
Oh shit. Come here. Come on. Come get.
Shake up. We gonna get back to the
Yo, yo,
topic.
yo. Yo, yo. Hey, yo, sis.
What's up with my sister?
Hey, yo, she right here. She wanted to come down, sis. Come here, back.
Yo, bro, you got me fucked up. You ever think I'm a stud, bro? You playing with me,
Hey,
bro?
yo,
Like, I don't play, yo. Like you playing with me, bro. Like you playing with me, bro. I don't even play like that. But I don't even feel like playing. Usually I'd cuss you out, bro. But I don't feel like it, so I'm gonna get you out of it. Yo, we losing
Man,
traction.
I'll
So let's
shut.
get back to this Epstein.
Hey, back.
Put your joint on mute. SAFEE, put your joint on mute.
To you, many of our viewers will be waking up.
I got you.
Maybe they'll be surprised to see the president.
No,
changing
don't
his
go
position.
nowhere. I said
Yes,
put it on mute.
now. But
Yeah, I
you
got
also
you. I
wonder,
got you.
since
I got
Republicans
you.
will have this vote anyway,
Let
would
me
it
go
have
bust
made
a leak real
a difference?
quick. Hold on.
What's your analysis? Why is the president changing his tune?
Well, good morning, Errol, and good morning to everybody. Well, President Trump has made very clear that he's simply over it. He doesn't want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein anymore, and he is frustrated that it is getting in the way of all the issues he does want to talk about, including affordability, immigration.
No, I was
his
right back to
agenda.
this one motherfucker
And
that kept
so
talking
that
shit.
is one reason why he is urging
You know we gonna
Republicans
I'm a man, 100% man.
to release more files.
Sub, good looking.
His hope is that that will
Donate to
free
the
up more
channel.
space to focus
Yeah, I
on
got
what
you.
matters to him.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the 66 people in here.
The other thing, which is that just last week,
Hey, yo, mute your phone, bro.
to talk Republicans out of supporting a
Thank you,
measure
bro.
that would force the
Thank you, Unique.
and in the end, did not work. There were enough signatures.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I be grinding, bro.
For Congressman, the Speaker, Mike Johnson, to call for a vote. And so it could be, just an acknowledgement that politically, this effort is not going anywhere from members of his own party. And so it is savvier to get on board than try to block it, which raises even more questions about why.
Yeah, I'm going to dig into some of those questions right now. Here's your gang with the latest from the White House for exclusive. Thank you.
So Jeffrey Epstein was like a weirdo, and I believe that he died. He died in jail because somebody said he's alive and well. He's not alive and well. He's every time you get drunk and coming from a game or something, and you take a piss, Jeffrey Epstein is drinking that. And I'm sorry to say that, and I'm not even an ignorant person like that, but when you do this stuff, you do this stuff, bro. And like I said again, I'm going back to the facts. Look, they gave R. Kelly 30 years in jail. He ain't hanging from a rope yet. He ain't give up yet, bro. Like people don't be playing, bro. Like if he did, if like I said, it's millions of men and women that's been convicted of crimes that didn't do the crimes. A lot of people out here, and there's a lot of people that got convicted that deserve to get convicted. It's a 50-50 toss up. But it's so much proof on Jeff. It's ridiculous. And they own the president ass because the president was rocking out with him. And somebody said it in the chat earlier, birds of a feather flock together. But one thing that I am a strong person, a strong believer of, Jeffrey Epstein is deceased. So now they're going at, his buddies, dudes that was laughing, enjoying themselves, catching a cut. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what I say, bro. You know what I'm talking about. The weirdo who the whole world talking about, who's shutting the White House down. The ignorant person who's shutting the White House down. You know what I mean? That's who it is. That guy. You know what I mean? That guy. That's just what it is. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Let's get back to it.
Life. You've seen him weigh in on Representative Green and call her
Because I want to take you all back to who this guy Jeffrey Epstein is. How did he become rich? Let's get my man.
Democrats from the House Oversight Committee.
Let's go.
I wasn't always here, but thanks to Purdue Global, I thought I'd
10 o'clock, we gonna get off at 10 o'clock, we gonna get off this Jeffrey Epstein
from the
thing.
House Oversight Committee.
It's 9 o'clock.
Released
It's 8:48 in Tennessee.
and they are about as significant
Hold
as
up.
anything we've seen.
Hold up. This is the part of the podcast. Drop your location. Where are you from? 49 people in the chat. This is my engaging time, engaging in the algorithm. Where you from? Please, please, please. If you don't want to like this video, you don't want to comment, you don't want to subscribe, you don't want to share, you don't want to donate, at least tell me where you from. Tell me where you from Baltimore, Northwest Baltimore. Baltimore City, baby. Ricestown in Virginia, Liberty Heights and Garrison, baby. 1-5 with my gun, huh? I'm from Baltimore. Japan, what's
615.
happening? Jersey,
Yo,
what's good,
615.
Jersey? Hey,
Yo,
yo, I
what's
moved
up,
from Baltimore to New Jerusalem.
Cheers.
New Jerusalem. Yeah, New Jerusalem, man. Tap in. Where you
We
from?
in here.
Baltimore, you
Yeah,
already know. I love y'all. Yeah, I got
you
love
know,
for
we
you
from
motherfuckers.
Hyatt.
Y'all just don't
We
know.
from Dayton, St. Boyden.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up? What's up? Salisbury, I love you. San
Yeah.
Francisco, what's good, man? Drop your. I'm engaging with y'all. Drop it
Big
is.
area.
You know what I mean? London. Oh my God, I got fans out in London.
What?
London, drop the
Oh my
location in the chat. Drop your location in the chat right
you know
now,
what?
man.
Yo, this is what we're gonna wind up doing for the fans, everybody, because people have nothing but respect for you. You are a
Where you from?
conglomerate.
You can get a shout out. Where you from? You gotta drop your state. I'm not reading no messages. I'm only reading messages from people that donate, buy a shirt or something. But if you drop where you from, you can get me to shout you out. I just want to know.
Yo,
It's
I'll shout you
34
out
people in
too.
the chat.
I'll rock you out. I'll rock
It's
out with
34
them too.
people and there's 43 people in the chat. This thing gonna go back up to 100. Push me back to 100. Share this.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It better.
Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? North Carolina. What's up? Germany. What's
up?
good?
North Carolina.
Los Angeles, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Jersey.
One thing for sure and two things for certain. RDP, Raw Dope Podcast, Candy Kang, I love you, baby. Baltimore, stand up. Northwest, Baltimore, stand up. First Lady, I see you, baby. First Lady dropping them hundreds.
Shit.
Pittsburgh,
Shit.
man, you my man.
Man, come on.
Chad,
You already know. Shout
Chad,
out to them
eat
Steelers.
7K, you my man.
Shout
I'm a
out to them
Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Ho. I'm only doing
Shout
this for
out to
Chad.
them
I'm only
Steelers.
doing this for Chad. Only doing this for Chad. My.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Ooh. Hey, yo, why you trying to show off? Oh, my God. Yo, you know what? You are something special. Yes, that's what you're doing. Yo, why I can't hear you? Here? Oh, man. Why you gotta be... You so selfish.
I got the J's going up the steps. I'm a sneakerhead,
know,
man.
I
It's a
seen that.
sneakerhead,
Yo.
man. Every sneaker dude's like. Allen Iverson, these my favorites, though. I can't even play, bro. I can't even play with the AIs. AIs a little dirty.
Hey,
These
you know
one of a
what?
kind fans. These the comfy vans. Oh, these collector items. These the comfy vans. They the comfy vans.
So you
They
want
the
to be in
comfy vans. You don't
competition?
see these. You ain't see
You want
these vans.
competition?
You ain't
Yes,
see
I
these
know
vans. I'm
You
keeping
want
it a buck.
competition?
Tell me. Now I don't want to do no competition. I mean, you want to go? You want to go to war? Hold up. These conferences, I go down low. I get low with the cons. I get low with the cons.
So
Oh, I go low. I go low on the ass.
all gunshots. Oh,
Stop.
All right, man.
I go low on you, man. Don't do that. Hey, we got the Walmarts in here. We got the Walmarts in here. We got the Walmarts in here. Sneakers everywhere. You know, Baltimore style Sauconys. You feel me? All types of shit.
They call the soccer knees. They call the
You feel me?
soccer.
You know what I mean? Don't ever get it.
Yo, I got the wallabies, man. Yo,
Hold up, we get goofy.
Shouts out to all the
What my man Cam say? I rock mostly doshi. I roll mostly doughy. Get them girls. Get them girls.
You about to make me go and put some Air Maxes, old school shit that we had on. Yo,
Nah, you ain't
but
gotta do that. I don't want to get all topic. No, it was a
man,
Pittsburgh
no, I'm
fan in the
just saying.
building.
But I'm just saying, Pittsburgh, everything, man. Shouts out to everybody that's up inside the
Yeah,
room.
Pittsburgh. You know, when I
Man, get
see
the
somebody
mic
from
up.
Pittsburgh, I let them know. Y'all got a fan in Baltimore.
Yeah, man. Yo, we love that shit.
Yo,
We love that shit, man.
shout out to North Carolina, man.
Yo, shout out to North Carolina, South
All right, let's get
Carolina.
back to the point, though. Let's get
George.
back to the point. Please, it's 20, it's 20 likes up there, man. I need 50 likes, man. I need 50 likes. But listen, man, we talking about the Jeffrey Epstein files. I just like one thing about me on RDP, my channel, I like to engage with my people, whether it's one person in here or 50 people in here. I like to engage with my people, and I hope my people like to engage back. So I pray that I earned your subscription because I'm trying to get the 10K. I've been slapping, I've been slacking. I should have been
I've been
10K.
slacking too. I've been slacking
7
too.
years in the game and I ain't at 10K yet. It's I failed some type of way, but I'm gonna keep on pushing.
But yo, check this out. Man, fuck what's going on with that motherfucker.
No.
That
I'm
motherfucker,
staying on
he
topic,
fucked
bro.
up.
That's what them people ain't for.
I know, I'm just saying. Yeah, but I'm just saying, he fucked up. He fucked up.
Yeah, he go to prison, man. I bet he died in prison.
But hey, don't you cut your
Hold
hair,
up.
though.
Hold up. Hear this. Hold up. I got heard this.
Correspondent John Carl.
Let's listen to this.
No question, this is a big political shift. Legally, not so clear.
Yeah, look, George, politically, Donald Trump did everything in his power to prevent this vote from happening, and now suddenly he is calling on Republicans to vote in favor of releasing the Epstein files. Now, keep in mind, this is a reversal that comes as Donald Trump was on the verge of his biggest political defeat of his second term. He is essentially calling on Republicans to vote for something that many of them were already planning to vote for. None of this, although, means that these files will be released. If Trump wanted to release the Epstein files, he could do it right now.
Yeah.
This morning. He could have done it last month. In his statement overnight, he said that Congress can have whatever they are, quote, legally entitled to have, which means, George, now he could use the excuse of an ongoing investigation, which he has also just called for, into Democrats, to block the release of the file.
Yeah, we're going to have to be watching that. Meantime, this is really, you said it would have been the president's biggest defeat. This has opened the biggest divide between President Trump and his MAGA movement.
It sure has. It's exposed this rift. For some of Trump's most fervent supporters, the issue of the Epstein files is of paramount importance. They have been calling for the release for years. For some of them, a significant number of them, it's even more important than their support for Donald Trump. That's why, George, two of the most diehard Trump supporters, at least until now, have led the charge on this. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert.
They on Trump ass, and no, I'm gonna tell you this. Somebody just asked me a question right there. Any type of smart questions come up, I like to do this. This is when President Trump was running, and this is why I'm not a Democrat, Republican, a conservative, or a liberal. I'm none of the above, man. I'm hand 5,000. I'm not black. I'm fat hand. Okay.
I'm fat hand.
I'm not black. I'm fat hand. I don't vote. I'm fat hand. Okay. But I don't vote for the simple fact of the matter is this. This is why I don't vote. Let me just give y'all a game right now. Why I'm not liberal. I'm not none of the above. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me keep it real with you. That's what J Mill 2430. I know everybody listening, right? This is why I don't vote, and this is true. And these are the two main reasons I don't vote. My cousin was the fifth precinct councilman of Baltimore. My cousin, I'm not gonna say his names. For years and years and years, I used to see my great grandmother and my grandmother in the 80s go out here and vote and deal with politics and do that, right? When my cousin got in office, he was doing his thing or whatever. But I remember, struggling times with the family. So my first turn off to voting and politicians was in my own bloodline. Then around that time, I'm gonna say 1991, 1990, 92, 93. It was a guy that came in the community. I'm not gonna say his name either. He came in the community, man. He came in the community strong. He provided free lunches. He did a couple bus trips, and he told us that he was running for councilman and that he was going to build a recreational center in our neighborhood where it was going to be computers and everything. He gave us these candies to sell, and we sold thousands of candies. We sold thousands of candies, and we took all the money back, and we was proud. He won the election, and we never saw him again. And before I was at the age that I could vote, I understand that. I understood. I remember when I was about 13 or 14, I was speaking up at the city councilman office about zone school. Like, hey, we pay our taxes, why we can't go to school we want to. But that was my first real hit with that. And I said, yo, I watch politics. I'm a news person because I was raised up by my grandmother and great grandmother, right? So I'm a news person because old people watch news. So with that being said, I said, dang, bro, nobody gets in office and say shit. Nobody does what they say they gonna do when they get in office. So a
Because niggas don't care
billionaire that
about the
I heard
people.
about, let me finish out. A billionaire that I heard about many years ago. If you rolling like Trump, you get your meat lump. You know what I mean? I mean, Donald Trump was a big name. I ain't gonna lie. But for the politics shit, Donald Trump was a big name. So when I heard Donald Trump was running for president, it was like, damn, bro, a regular person that ain't go to school for politics running for president. Then, you know, I
Yeah, and he's
seen
from
when
New
he
York.
talked, he couldn't talk correct. I seen all that his first term. What made me respect the president is he said he was going to do some things when he got in office. And the things that the president said he was going to do when he got in office didn't benefit me in no type of way. But what I did see in President Trump was a president that kept his word with his people. And that's all I ever wanted from Barack. That's all I
Yo,
ever wanted for Kwesi Afumi. That's all I ever
even
wanted
so,
for
yo,
any
even
black
South
leader
Steve and
to
said,
come back in the ghetto and help the people. Us young black men growing up in that urban community, we was never looking for Jesus, Allah, the military, or nobody to save us. We felt like we was trained to scrap up and go out here and get it how you get it. But my grandmother believed in y'all. Aunts and uncles believed in y'all. Hell, girlfriends believed in y'all. People that vote believed in y'all because they believe if you vote that it was going to be a change. But I'm here to tell the people, shit, if you
the
voted,
goddamn lie.
now listen, if you voted in the
I'm
40s,
saying you.
50s, now listen, let me tell you, if you voted for if you voted in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, man, I think them votes count. If you started voting in the 80s and 90s and now, that shit don't count, bro. Them people
Hell
got
yeah.
now listen, you ever been on everybody 48 people in the chat. All of y'all been on the subway before. All of y'all been on an airplane before. All of y'all been on a
Hey
roller
yo,
coaster
Ham.
before.
Hey yo, Ham. Fat Ham.
Hold on, let
Walk
me
me through
finish.
some of
Hold
how
up.
it was with us being
No,
in
let
the
me
subway.
finish. All of y'all been on a road case. All of y'all been on a type of ride, right? A train, a bus, a subway, anything. They got a route. That's what the point I'm trying to make. And they have a route. The bus go on the route, the train go on the route, the subway go on the route, airplanes go on the route. If any of these machines go off the route, it's a crash. That's when people
Yo,
get elected. They have a route that once they get elected, that they gotta go about. If they don't go about that route, they crash. Look at the mayors, the city councilmen, the governors that been charged in many states across the United States. If you don't follow protocol, they on your ass. And President Trump, my personal opinion, is the first president that I seen get in office that stand on business, bro. He released all his homeboys that he didn't even know that rolled for him when in 2020 when he was out of office. He went and got them people out of jail, bro. He went and got them people out of jail, bro. He started signing bills day one, not two, three, four. And that's what made me respect Trump. It ain't do nothing to benefit me and my people, but he helped his people out. So I feel like any president that get in office, you supposed to help all the people out. But at the end of the day, you wanna that's anything you do. If you're a cafeteria worker and your nephew, your niece, or somebody from the neighborhood come through, you're gonna give them extra food. Everybody else, you're gonna give them regular food. It ain't like you won't give them extra food if they don't ask. But if they don't ask, you're gonna do your job. But if you see your people, you're gonna give them extra. And I feel like the president was just did right by his people, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I hope all black leaders look at what Donald Trump's been doing since he got in office and do the same thing. And that's just my honest
Yo,
opinion about it. Keep your
and
words.
look, yes, but yo, one thing that you really gotta understand is that what everybody looks upon a television is a television, whatever is going to happen. Me
Mhm.
and you, we already know that Allah is that's what
No
it's called
religion
for
on here,
prayer.
bro.
No, I'm just saying, but no, it's just we respect everything, but you know what I mean? We're not dumb. You know what I mean?
I'm
I had
just
to smoke
saying
a
though,
joint.
you know,
I had
I'm
to
just
smoke a joint.
saying
But
the
yo,
reason
we gonna
why
get
I don't want to get off a topic. The reason why I'm talking about this Jeffrey Epstein thing is because I'm a um I'm a
niggas
black
been doing
content
that shit.
creator. I'm a black content creator that been on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that for the last 7
Yo,
years.
yo,
Hold up,
but
Safi, let me finish. I've
hold
been
on.
on this shit for the last 7
But how
years.
I found you, I was
No,
surprised.
listen,
I was
Safi. A
like,
lot
oh
of
shit.
people found me the same way you found me. But what I'm saying is, I've been on
I
this
was shocked.
content creation shit for 7 years. We haven't hit 10,000 yet, but we done had 100K, 10,000K. We done had all types of views. We get paid off of YouTube every month. That's cool. All that. It's not nothing that you want to do now, but it's gas money, it's weed money, it's whatever money I needed. But it's not the money, the life changing money. I put the Jeffrey Epstein and these police shootings on my headline, which is my thumbnail, because we talk about everything but what's really going on. And I'm not, and like I
Facts.
said, I'm not a politic guy, so I'm never gonna get too deep in politics. You know what I'm saying? I'm never
Okay,
gonna overstep my boundaries in certain lanes
I don't
because
want
it'll
you
get your
to.
channel taken. But this
Yeah, I
Jeffrey
don't want you to.
Epstein thing has caught more traction than college students. It caught more traction than cancer awareness. It caught more traction than diabetes. It caught more traction than everything that we really got to worry about. So I say, hey, fuck that. They don't want to talk about the things that count. So let me talk about one of them and share my thoughts on this. Jeffrey Epstein was a fucked up dude. But if you sell bricks, you sell guns, you get caught up in the ghetto and the traps
You
and
asked out.
environment, they crucify you. They
Yeah, you asked
crucify you.
out. You feel
They
me?
they
You
yeah, they
asked out.
max you out. They treat you
Yeah.
like you
They
shit.
max you out. Yeah.
But now
Niggas
we
ain't no.
speak up about this shit. They can't treat us like shit.
But you know what? At the end of the day, no, yo, you the only one that bring us to reality. You know what I'm saying? The Lord bless you. God bless you. No matter walk of life, everything. You went to jail and you said it on this is your platform. You went through that. But at the same time, you bringing people to a understanding. A lot of people can't grasp that, brother. Can't. They can't, man. That's the hardest thing ever, beloved.
Mhm.
They cannot grasp it. That's
You
it.
good?
You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, I love
You
you,
good?
bro.
I'm good.
I
Yeah,
ain't never,
I understand
I ain't never,
100%.
I ain't never met a brother that worry about the things that happen around the universe. I never thought that I could sit there and be with a knowledgeable man. I'm being real and honest with you, bro. Because this is the things that a lot of people don't even know. They just be looking because they constantly in their phone. They always looking, crashing behind people because you always doing your fucking phone. You doing this, but you ain't worrying about the shit that's going on. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
that's what I say the most craziest shit about. I cover a lot of hip hop, urban community. I cover a lot of culture shit, especially in Baltimore and the DMV. You know, that's my market, that's my target. But sometimes on my
Yo, I love that
podcast,
shit. I love that shit.
sometimes
I
on the
love that.
podcast, bro, you gotta get out your hip hop bag, get out your, your revolutionary bag, and you gotta get into the reality bag. And the reality bag is what they put on the forefront, how they make us look, and then how they
Yeah.
make other people look. You get what I'm saying? So I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm gonna jump on top of this Epstein thing. I'm gonna jump on top of where other content creators are not going. And then I don't think my channel will get taken because of that. I just don't really think that. I think that I'm doing a good job with
I just
strategizing
say
to the way I put out shit.
yes, and I love the way that you do your joint. And you know what I'm saying? Like when I see the content that you wind up doing because you speak from the heart, that's a thing that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people worrying about other motherfuckers, but you give your opinion because you from, you know what I mean? Like you know what it feels like to hold something on your hip. You know
Hmm.
what it feels like, you know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean? Do your shit, you know?
Yeah,
Ain't that, you know? So I can't never take that away
for
from you,
sure.
but you holy whoo.
All right,
But
let's
then
get into this
sometimes
though, Safi. You know, we gonna get
yeah.
into us, but okay, these
No,
police
but
shootings.
sometimes, man, you just got to come out and just let the people know how you feel, man, because we love your content. Like my wife love it, my cousin, everything. But
I
it's
mean, I know a lot of people love it, but I'm gonna tell you what's the most discouraging part about content creating.
no, it's
You
just
know,
sometimes I just want you to talk,
anybody
man.
that in life that want to be anything other than average, it's a fucking long task that come with it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's a long task to come with it because in the process you be 100% a believer, but people that's
Right.
around you they are non-believers or not chasing their dream. Dream chasers belong with dream chasers. Naysayers belong with naysayers. When the naysayer get in the dream chaser circle, they can mess it up. If a dream chaser get in the naysayer circle, they can mess it up because if you get in the naysayer circle and you got a bunch of dreams, they're gonna hate you because you're
Ooh.
dreaming above average. They're gonna hate you, bro. They're gonna hate you because you're dreaming. But if you go around the dreamers, it's sad to say the dreamers might not be your mother, your father, your girlfriend, your brother, your sister, the people you grew up in the community. It's like, yo, you got to get around the people that's doing what you're doing to understand what you're doing and the cost of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a price on everything and a price on entertainment from content creating to writing books to being a super hairstylist. The payoff is wonderful, but the grind is real. To climb from the bottom of
Yeah.
the ocean to make it to the top of the mountain,
Go for
and then you
yeah.
get when you get on the mountain, you wet. So just imagine how many times you're
Yes.
gonna
Yes.
slip and fall. Imagine how many times you get on the
Ooh.
mountain, you wet. Imagine how many times you're
Ooh.
gonna slip and fall before you get dry
Ooh.
and can
Talk that
fight your
shit.
way up the mountain. And
Mm.
when you're around the naysayers, they'll push you down. They don't even see the big pictures. And most of the naysayers, your success gonna benefit them, but they never understand that because they're not on a successful path. You get what I'm saying? So I just tell anybody that's doing anything, you gotta know from day one how to scratch people because the naysayers come in the disguise of people that saying, hey, they want you to win. But in the duration of time, because like I always say, time a motherfucker, because time reveals everything. You know, time tell you what it's gonna be. So in due time, you be like, damn, yo used to be, or she used to be, or they used to be my biggest fans. They not my fans no more. You know, and even me with the podcast shit,
Yeah.
I don't have people
Yeah.
tell me that I thought was my biggest supporters. You ain't gonna make it. Fuck this shit. I heard all that and I said, damn. And I said, damn, yo, when I had a clean slate to just get away from all these people, I didn't take the opportunity. It's plenty of
Hey yo.
content creators in Baltimore that left
Yo, you
Baltimore.
fly. Yo, you fly as hell. Just like your demeanor. Like you gonna give a person 110%. You gonna be like, yo, look, listen. This is what it is. If you don't feel with it, all right, cool. Like you know how to
Yeah,
cut motherfuckers off. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been
Like a
always good
real
with the
cat.
cutoff.
Angela. Yeah, you
But yo,
real. You know
believe
you
it or
a real
not, that's
cat.
my like
Yeah,
for black people, that's the most difficult thing we face, cutting people off because
all right. Oh
in
my
the
God.
process of cutting people off, you cut a lot of people off that you love and you
Yes.
think you need.
Yes. You have to.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people die like that because they never
Yes.
cut. They be thinking they just need this person or that person just so loyal that they just be like, yo, I just can't leave them because it just be crazy shit, man. But all I say is,
Yeah,
man, I'm
man.
grateful for the 5,700 subscribers I got. I try my best to put out content. I could do a lot better, but you know, it
Hey,
is
yo,
what
I
it
just want
is.
to
I'm not perfect.
apologize to you. I just want to apologize to you as well. You know, I'll be at work. I'll be doing my stuff, and you know, I'm out in the boonies, and I know when you want me to tap in
Yo,
and
outside
to
my
do your
girl, like,
content,
yo, bro, you probably is like, if you could write raw dope on a tax write off, you like one of the people that donated the most
nigga,
money to my channel. And I say you
Nigga,
and your
you my
wife,
brother.
like, outside my girl, y'all have donated so
Like
much
you
to my
my
channel.
brother.
It's ridiculous.
Bro, man, go on with that
Every morning
bullshit,
you jump
man. You
on
already
and throw
know.
$20 out there just for the love of it, bro. It's 20. And remember, I told you, like, yo, them
Yeah,
20s
nigga, it's
added up. I
gas.
saved them
It's
20s and
gas.
bought this light. This light that's
Yeah,
behind me. I'm just look.
man.
This what your $20 got. Them $20, it got me a light. It got me some
Nigga,
posters. You know what I'm saying? So the donations, I really don't take anything. All my businesses, whatever I make off the business, that's how I spend it. You feel me? Podcast money, I
but
spend
see,
it on podcasts.
that's what a lot of people don't have no more. You know what I mean? We got to be in our 40s, and all of a sudden we feel like, oh, this our brother. We got to go through all this. It's like, nah, man. When you come through it, man. Even if my brother got to waste $35, he say got to get some or whatever. You know what I mean? Shoot him that.
I don't
Even
think
through gas.
black man loyal, bro. Like, especially to the bros. Like, it's what I mean. We loyal to certain things. The women we had children by, the
No, but
bros,
you my brother. Like you my brother. Like
for
yo,
sure.
you and Tat, like that's
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
That's my mom's side of the family, but you know what I mean, the Puerto Rican side of my family, them niggas roll thick like a motherfucker. If you sneeze, the motherfuckers is there with you.
I thank y'all niggas for showing me culture though, cause I'm from Baltimore and
Yeah.
all y'all motherfuckers be. I thought every light skinned nigga with curly hair was black. Real shit. I come from Baltimore, nigga. We ain't
Nah,
heard. I ain't
nigga,
heard
we
out
like nigga,
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans,
we got
Portuguese,
Polish. Yeah, we got
Panamanian,
Polish.
Polish. Like, what
Yes,
the fuck? Like, nigga, I'm
yes.
from Baltimore. All I know is Chinese, black, and Mexican. I don't know nothing else, man. Y'all got all these.
Yeah, what an asshole you are. But yo, it was true. You know what I'm saying? Like meeting a person that's
Hold on,
you
look at
want.
this idiot. This idiot said, not gonna lie, first time on screen with zero interactions with people commenting. Slight turn off. Bye.
But what man, you know what? He a cornball,
Bye.
man.
Yeah,
You
he's a
know how
wild
people
sucker
cornballs,
turkey,
man.
nigga.
Cornball. Hey yo,
But let
you
me
heard
get
about
back on the topics though. Like the
all right,
shit
go ahead, let me
dropped
know. Go
off.
ahead, okay?
So we had a shooting. We had a police shooting in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
New York.
shit, you know
Yo,
what?
I ain't gonna lie. The crime in New York has
It's always like that,
skyrocketed.
especially in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, let me hear this. Let's
Brooklyn
play
is
this.
crazy, son.
I have some breaking news to bring to you at this time as New York City Mayor Eric Adams says that an NYPD officer has been shot in Brooklyn.
Dang.
Taking a look here at a social media post from Mayor Adams. He says this: I have been briefed on the NYPD officer who was shot in Brooklyn this morning, praying for the officer's recovery, and we will continue to monitor the situation. First Deputy Mayor Mastro is headed to the hospital as well. We'll provide updates as they are available. Our team at Fox 5 in New York is currently on the scene, and we do have
What the
those
fuck?
live images to bring to you right now as this investigation
Dang.
gets underway. Fox 5 saying this: an NYPD officer was shot on Monday morning in Brooklyn, New York City Mayor Eric Adams said in a post on X. And then I just showcased to you that's a social media post. What we know so far is that police responded to a 911 call of a person shot on Thomas S. Boylan Street in Brownsville section. According to police, officers were informed that an unidentified individual shot a 41-year-old man in the chest. He was pronounced dead on the
Damn.
scene. Near the scene, police said
Holy
a
shit.
responding officer was injured and was in stable condition. No arrests were made. Now, what we don't know is the circumstances behind the shooting or really much more of this timeline. But as you can see from this live image that we have there, it is a very active scene at this time. Again, this is in the area there of Thomas S. Boylan Street in the Brownsville section. Coming up at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we are expecting a press conference where investigators will be updating us on all of the details of this case. But we wanted to just let you know that we are monitoring this. We're working closely with our partners at Fox 5 in New York.
My bad, bro.
To gather up some more of those details. I
My
do
bad,
want
bro.
to
Wes-
from this live scene though, head back to a live event that we were
I'm about to
showcasing
hold
just
on.
It be so many trolls over here, bro. I just be reading, bro. So
Let me
police
work.
shot in Brooklyn. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But yo,
Police
I'm
shot
about
in
to shut
Brooklyn.
it
Hold on,
down.
I'm running through this shit. That was in New York, Orlando. Now,
Right.
we going to Orlando. Yo, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. Be so many trolls, bro. I ain't that type of guy, bro. My bad. I appreciate you, homie. I really appreciate you, homie. I ain't gonna lie. Hope you subscribe to my channel. I apologize.
Rating the
Some serious
Yo,
as Orlando police raided a tattoo shop, opening fire. The raid ended with one person dead. West News' Tony Atkins is joining
hey,
us
cuz.
live at Edgewater Drive tonight and Lee Road at the shop. And Tony, a lot of debris remains at the scene this evening.
Right here.
Yeah, it's still a mess out here. You can see the glass still on the ground.
All right, yo. All right, cool. Hit me
Went
in
up
the
here
morning.
at the
Yeah,
front
yeah,
of this
yeah. But
tattoo
Nah.
shop
you
this
already know,
morning. These
cuz. I need
balloons
the
were
gym.
put up
Love
by
you, man.
people in the community who
Okay.
want to know
Assalamu alaikum.
why this all escalated and ended up with the shop in this shape and one young life lost.
rating the
This video shows the climatic moments of what Orlando police say was a SWAT standoff Friday afternoon. Officers opened fire toward this tattoo shop. OPD says they were serving a search warrant for multiple suspects with extensive criminal histories.
I heard a couple gunshots. I was in the back, so I was getting ready to serve a customer, and then I happened to come around the corner, and first thing I seen was a robot dog coming out of the van.
Police claim one suspect had an AK-47 rifle, came outside, and then ran back into the shop to barricade himself in with several others. In the end, police say one person was killed. People in the area say he was a tattoo artist who worked inside the shop. We aren't identifying him until we confirm with investigators.
He always smiled. He came and brought food. Nice, pleasant kid, and he was just being busy and doing what he loved to do.
This morning it kind of like daunted on me because I just spoke to him 2 hours prior to this incident happened. Like he came into the store, he's like, "Yo, how are the tattoos?" I'm like, "Good, good."
Gabriel Aponte works at a business just a few doors down. He says the man who died began work on 2 of his tattoos just days ago. One with a message from the Bible.
It's in Spanish. That means if God is with me, who's against me? It's a Romans 8:31 if I remember.
A final piece of work done before a sudden loss of life.
I hear shots go off. I'm like, no way. I got down, and as later it comes to show, like I hear that he's dead. I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it.
Hey, that's
Gabriel says the man that
that's police shooting in Brooklyn, police shooting in Orlando. Yeah, shit is everywhere, bro. It's everywhere, bro. So just don't stop, man. It's a man got shot.
On the night of December 26, 2022, Hurricane City Police in Utah were called to check on a man acting strangely.
You know, you kill a dog in Utah, that's your ass. Here we go, California.
Drop the gun! You're gonna get shot! Tonight, newly released footage showing the heart-pounding standoff between Los Angeles police.
It's the police! Drop the gun!
And Julian Schreiner, a best-selling author and wife of Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner.
Is there another engine?
The confrontation unfolded last month in her Los Angeles backyard.
Shots fired!
As officers were in the neighborhood searching for suspects involved in an unrelated hit and run on a nearby freeway. One of those suspects seen here running through backyards. Look, as surveillance video released by LAPD captures Schreiner walking in her backyard, a gun in her right hand.
Put it down on the ground!
For several minutes, officers yell from behind a fence,
Put the gun down, okay?
repeating commands to drop the weapon.
She's pointing at it. That's where she just lifted it up.
Instead, in this video, zoomed in and annotated by police, they say she racked the gun, pointed at them, and fired.
Oh, she ran?
Police fire several rounds, hitting Schreiner, who appears to calmly walk away from the officers. Police say this 911 call was placed after the shooting.
She said there were 3 men and one of them shot her, and the cops are looking for him right now.
Police have not identified the 2 people speaking to the dispatcher.
I have my gun, okay? And he was like, put down that gun, put down that gun, and put down your gun. And he shot me.
Police say Schreiner surrendered to officers an hour later. She's seen in this body camera footage lying face down in the middle of the street, arms stretched out wide. She's injured but alive.
Start on the
Officers approach and handcuff her. 2 officers fired those rounds, hitting Schreiner in the shoulder, police say. No one else was hurt. The 51-year-old was treated at a hospital and booked on suspicion of murder of an officer.
And Dana Griffin joins us now from Los Angeles. Dana, we're also getting news about...
That's Los Angeles. This is Seattle. This is Seattle, Washington. What I'm running through is just police shootings all across. Boring, get out of here. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Get out of here. That's all you gotta do is get out of here. It's boring. You know what I mean? I know it's boring to you, police shootings across America. It's boring. It's probably boring to a lot of ignorant people. It's like probably reading a good book is probably boring to you too. So it's all makes sense. So just take your boring ass to the next channel. You know, you gotta just scroll up and you go to the next channel. You know, knowledge was boring to me when I was ignorant. You know what I mean? It is. You know, it's boring to me saying that the cops that supposed to serve and protect the community, but I ain't talking about hip hop. I ain't talking about Max B and Jim Jones, so it's boring. Fuck out my face. You boring. You boring.
Put down the axe and we won't touch you. Put down the axe. Put down the axe. Oh, we just want to talk to you, man. Come here. You are detained. You're not free to leave. What? Don't put your hands on me in the name of the Lord. We won't put your hands on you in the name of the Lord. Stop walking. Put down the axe. You are not free to leave. Put down the axe. Put down the axe.
It's police Seattle. Seattle.
Hey, let's go. Drop it.
Y'all heard? Seattle. Seattle. Boy, it goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? It's deep. You know what I mean? I'm just showing you. They talking about that joint in New York. They ain't even playing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of police shootings out here, man. A lot of police shootings, bro. A lot of police shootings, bro. It's just that, you know, I just feel like everything just getting bad. You know what I'm saying? Everything just getting bad and going for the worst for no reason, bro. Like, you know, and then people wonder why I don't vote. People wonder why I do this and do that. Like, bro, like I would like to own a lot of commercial real estate here in Baltimore. And I would like to have a family home in the outskirts of Maryland, but I would like to spend most of my times on like an island or something. Because like when you think about islands, you got islands treacherous, but some beautiful islands here on the shores of North America and out the country that excuse me, I didn't mean to say shores of North America. But there's so many beautiful remote places that I would like to just like spend like I think every season is 90 days. So I think maybe 120 days I spend in the United States, but I will spend the other 8 months, you know, elsewhere because this shit is just ridiculous. And to people too, I don't know why you think you're gonna go out with police with helicopters, multiple members. You're gonna die. Like it's gonna end. Oh yeah, that was in my neighborhood, Unique. That was in my neighborhood. That's a fact though. That's literally where I grew up at. That same block where that police try to run that brother over. That's a homeboy at that. Not my closest homeboy, but that's a homeboy. And you know, that's how I go. It been happening like that in Baltimore. The police, that's literally my neighborhood, Wiley Avenue off of Park Heights. Google it. Any trolls in here want to second guess that? Google it. You know what I mean? Wiley Avenue is, hold up, is Wiley. It's Waldorf, St. Ambrose, in Virginia. It's 3 blocks away. I grew up right there, and I ain't gonna put that brother out there. That's the guy. You get what I'm saying? One of the guys. You know what I mean? Wiley have a lot of big cookouts. Wiley's a part of a neighborhood that, I grew up around. I'm not from Wiley Avenue. I'm from Virginia Avenue, but Wiley, a couple of my guys from out there. Shout out to Pee Wee. Shout out to Bread. Shout out to Big Pootie. Shout out to everybody from Wiley holding it down. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy, but it was put on camera. The police been doing shit like that. The police been hitting dudes with cars. The police been doing shit like that. It's just the cameras around. You get what I'm saying? The police did so much corruption. When I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think if it wasn't no undercover corruption and the police just did arrests clean, I wouldn't really have a fucked up criminal background. You know what I'm saying? Because police do half-ass investigations and just do arrests to get bonuses. Man, I grew up in a neighborhood where you got arrested for loitering. You got arrested for loitering, hanging out in the residential area. I thought loitering was where commercial properties at and businesses, and you're stopping their traffic, but where it's a bunch of houses, people sitting on the porches, you sitting outside the yard. They used to arrest us for loitering. They used to take us to jail for loitering, possession of marijuana, hindering, uh, 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 the biggest charges that they used to take you in for was loitering, open container, possession of marijuana. That was the 3 charges that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday the police force drived off of. They really locked you up. And Baltimore was so packed, and the police was working so hard, and they had so many police out here, like the you used to have to sleep in the gym if you got locked up. If you got locked up for a misdemeanor charge that you was gonna get your own recons, you probably had to stay in jail for 40 hours. 40 hours, sometimes 48 hours, maybe 3 days before they just come to the cell and release you. That's how rough it was, and the police knew that. The police knew that central booking was so crowded and packed that if they locked you up, they knew you was gonna be at least locked up for 2 days trying to just get out. So much paperwork they gotta go through. So it was really fucked up. So that shit that he did, I seen police do that shit tons of times. I actually seen police hit dudes with cars and get away with it, man. Police did so much shit, bro, in Baltimore to me, bro. Like I said, I thought it was legal. The police did so much fucked up shit, bro, in Baltimore, in the urban community. Man, I thought it was legal, man. It's like, yo, they did it. You gotta try to fight it in court. Maybe they won't come to court because they know they fucked you over so bad. So it never, when he did that, it just, and then I look at these shootings. I seen the police get in a shootout probably like 1989. OG dude from around my way. Rest in peace to Rodney. They robbed the bank on Park Heights, and it was in the snow too. And somehow, some way, when they robbed the bank, he was trying to make it back to his mother house. That's back then where everybody ain't had cars. The 80s. They did the robbery. They did it on foot. He got back to his mother house, and it kind of like was a shootout. And we ain't see him for like 20 some years. You know what I mean? Yeah, real shit. I remember that. It was snowing outside. I was looking out my back window, just a kid. I used to open the window up and look out the back window. I used to sit in the window for hours because I lived on Ricestown Road. So if you our back window facing Virginia Avenue, and Virginia Avenue was the live block. So I would just sit in the window. And one day I'm just sitting in the window and this commotion going on outside, and Rodney getting chased by the police and whatever. And it just turned bad for him. He went to jail for a long time. That's what I do know. I do remember about that. So that's like the only like police shooting. And my man Lil X, rest in peace to Lil X, the police killed him. Yeah, I had a childhood friend the police killed. Yep, the police killed him. Baltimore County police killed him. So, you know what I'm saying? You see shit in the ghetto, and like the police now in Baltimore, the police is not as bad as they was when I was growing up. I've been out the streets for years. I've been out the streets for over 5 years. So, you know, uh the way I see them police now wasn't, I tell dudes that all the time, like shit. Boy, it's all right out here for real. Like, cause when I was younger, nigga, if we made $100,000, we made them on hot blocks. We made them with the FBI, the knockers, everybody around. Like, I grew up in the era where every single day, the police arrested at least 10 people in the neighborhood, whether they was addicts, hustlers, civilians. The police at least made 10 arrests on my block every day. Every day they made 10 arrests. Whether it was from and out of them 10 arrests, 3 of them was served. Somebody got caught with drugs, somebody got caught with a gun. That's how they did it every day, bro. They did it like that every day. So I don't know where y'all from. It's in the chat, but I'm just keeping the buck with you. Like, the police is always, when I came up, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna say, to be honest with you, is that the last time I was actually searched by police was maybe a week ago. If anybody that know me that's from Baltimore to DMV, I'm a car salesman. So about me being a used car salesman, I travel a lot in the Pennsylvania and the Virginia area to different auctions. And the police pulled me over because of some Virginia tags. Well, I wasn't driving because of some prison. That was the interaction that I had since I left the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I was out in the town, called Westminster. If you from Maryland, you know about Westminster. But uh before that, you know what I'm saying, years when I was in my, I'ma honestly say, I'm gonna really keep it real with you. I'm gonna say since the beginning till I left the streets alone, man, the police was brutal in Baltimore. I'm gonna actually say the police stopped being brutal in Baltimore City after the Freddie Gray incident. Y'all can go Google that. Google Freddie Gray. Freddie Gray. And that situation changed the way they police in Baltimore. But before Freddie Gray, death, rest in peace to Freddie Gray, he a martyr in this town. It was bad out here, man. It was bad out here. Like, you get pulled over in the car, they was running through the car. You had officers that had put drugs on you. You had too much money on you. Like, it was bad out here before the Freddie Gray incident and the takedown of the gun trace task force. It was bad out here. So the police is still doing their job. Dudes still going to prison out here. Dudes still getting locked off. It's still investigation, but in certain situations, they handling it the way they supposed to handle it. When I was younger in the streets, they wasn't handling it the way they supposed to handle it. Every arrest was dirty. Every time I got arrested, it was dirty. Every time. Every time I got arrested, it was dirty, mischarged, and fucked up. Had to deal with it in the courts. So I've just been 100 with you. Man, you ain't never been to Israel, man. You want the man to be alive. Why you want that type of idiot to be alive? I'd rather you say Tupac or Biggie in Cuba versus saying he's alive. Like, come on, man. If he alive, then hey, what a hell of a way money go. But come on, yo. That boy did, and I'm gonna tell you why he did. I'm gonna tell you why he did, bro. Who said that? I don't understand your name, so I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. Don't cap. All right, it's don't cap. All right, don't cap. I'm gonna tell you why he did. He's the fall guy for a lot of big guys, from being millionaires, from thousandaires to millionaires to billionaires. You know what I mean? He holds a lot of dirty secrets that he can destroy everything. And before one rotten apple destroy the bunch, it's easy to clip it. It's easy to clip it and let it get new growth. I grew up with my grandmother and great grandmother, so they gardened a lot. And all we did was clip the bad plant. Clip the bad plant, and I promise you something beautiful grow out of it. So the bad plant was clipped. They're gonna play games with these Epstein files. The government held the Epstein files for so long that they gonna scratch out who need to be scratched out, and they're gonna take down who they want to take down. That's this game. Game 101. I gave it to y'all. I went from 167 people in my chat to 10 people in my chat. And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? I appreciate them 10 people in my chat. The 10 people that's in my chat, I got nothing but love and respect for you. From the 167 to the 10 people in my chat, I'm going to keep delivering this content, bro. Because I know it makes sense. And I'm telling you, man, I am in the top 10 populist content creators in my city, top 10. And I am the one with the less subscribers. So I say this every week and every time I'm going to get on my shit. And when I get on my shit, I'm going to get on my shit. I know for a fact that I'm going to have to give at least 20 pieces of content, before the year out. And man, hey, listen, I might drop. I think I'm gonna upload this one video I got and drop it called "Get to Know Me." So if y'all want to ever get to know me, if y'all ever want to get to know me, I want y'all to tap into the joint that I'm gonna drop. I might drop it at midnight. I don't know. It all depends if she eat me up good. It all depends if she eat me up good. Okay. Damn. I'm trying. Large response downtown. Officer involved Detroit police shooting 3 days ago, bro. Let's see about this Detroit thing. Please, man. Come on, man. I need 30 likes in there, man. It is 11 people in the chat. If all 11 of y'all like this video, if you already like this video, I love you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. This is an up and growing channel. This channel has been around for 7 years. It'd be 7 years, December the what? December the 7th or December the 8th. I can't remember the date. It will be 7 years. And I'm going to celebrate that like it's my birthday. My 7th year anniversary, because 7 is the God hour. That's if you follow. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate the first week of December, my anniversary of Raw Dope Podcast, because through all the trials and tribulations, through all the storms, the snowstorms, the hailstorms, the rainstorms, the blizzards, I still find a way to breathe out that water. I still find a way to breathe out that water. And I'm going to keep doing it. Check my page out. Get to know me. That's my next uploaded video. It's called Get to Know Me, where I walk through the ghetto. I get to know me. Just get to know me. That's the name of it. Get to know me. Get to know me. That's it. That's the name. I was thinking of 1,000,001 names, but I told my nephew, I said, we just gonna name it Get to Know Me. Just get to know me. It's just simple and plain. That's why my podcast called Raw Dope. You want to know why it's called Raw Dope? You gotta be from Baltimore to really understand. But if you want the internet, understand this. It's that raw. Go to the internet and describe it. Go to the dictionary and look it up. It's pure. And look up dope. It's cool. You put them the words together, you got raw dope. The coolest and dopest content on the planet. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. They are my Miranda rights. They are my condo rules. They are things I live by. I don't talk that shit on the internet that I can't stand on. And I know a lot of y'all see these channels with hundreds and thousands of followers, but I watch channels, and I know how hard it is on YouTube, but I watch guys that have 100,000 and they ain't got nothing but like 128 after 2 years after they hit the 100,000. So this is a hard market to please. But I'm like, God damn, is Raw Dope so real that it's taking so long? Man, I might be 50 years old before my break come, but guess what? We don't quit. We ain't fucking unless we busting a nut. We ain't busting a nut. That was just a waste of time. Believe that.
MLK between
Just another police shooting in Detroit.
between Woodward and the Lodge. If you're
Just
just
everywhere.
joining us right now, a major police presence at the intersection of MLK and Cass. You can see that entire intersection roped off right now. Multiple agencies on scene as we speak. You can see ambulance down there, a silver car. We don't know in what way that is connected to this at this point, but obviously you would have to imagine that in some way it is connected to that, just because it is within that that cordoned off area.
Absolutely. And like I said, multiple blocks nearby seem to also be
blocked off. So anything in or around this area might not be a place that you want to get to at the moment until police do their investigation. Whatever happened here, we don't know. All we know is we have calls everywhere. We have crews heading to the scene that may even be on the scene at the moment. And we're going to continue to watch over this right now. Do we know if any crews have arrived yet? Okay, our assignment managers have told us our crews are almost there. They're still heading there. Of course, this is because
it's a police shooting. That's in Detroit. Hold on, let me try and get to the nitty gritty. Here we go.
The viewers as we get it. Again, really goes without saying, if you were in this area, avoid MLK and Cass. We're working to figure out where.
I just got word.
Okay.
Chopper is now headed to Verner and Livernois for another scene related to this incident. So we're going to try to move on from what's happening, what we originally saw at the top of the show, and Verner and Livernois. The next location that's going to take
us about 5 miles away from you. Just was looking that up on the map.
So that's what I say, man. It's a bunch of police shootings, Jeffrey Epstein files, all that, man. That's what we tapped in with tonight, man. I thank everybody for tapping in, man. Shout out to my man SAFEE, Newark, New Jersey, stepped in the building. A bunch of people all over stepped in the building, man. I really appreciate y'all. Please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast Vlog. We out.